Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Our chapter is compounds of metals. Today we're still discussing about the metal hydroxides. So far in our previous video, we saw the various properties, the chemical properties of the metal hydroxides. We discussed the general properties in detail, specifically with the various metal hydroxides such as these sodium hydroxides, the calcium hydroxides, etc. So today let's move on to the other subtopic where we'll be discussing the various uses of the metal hydroxides. So here we're going to see the various uses of some of the various useful metal hydroxides. Starting with the first one, the uses of the sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is used in the industrial manufacture of the sodium soaps and in the extraction of the aluminum from bauxite. So that's the first use. It is also used in the manufacture of the paper, dyes, and the bleach. Also, sodium hydroxide is a very common laboratory chemical, meaning that it is very much used in the qualitatives as well as the quantitative analysis. So these both two, the qualitative and the quantitative analysis, they require the use of the sodium hydroxide. It is also used in the preparation of the insoluble metal hydroxides. So that's the other use. And other than that, it is used in the manufacture of the artificial textile fibers. So that's the other use used in the manufacture of these textile fibers in the industries. It is also used in the production of the mineral salts. Here, talking about by the by the neutralization reactions with the mineral acids. So that's how it is used in the used to produce these mineral salts. Let's see the other metal hydroxide, various uses. Talking about the uses of the potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of the soft soap. So soft soap is generally manufactured from the potassium hydroxide. Also used as the electrolyte. Here we're talking about the aqueous potassium hydroxide. It is used as the electrolyte in the alkaline batteries. Also manufacture of the biodiesel. Biodiesel. Potassium hydroxide works well in the manufacture of the biodiesel by the saponification of the fats in the vegetable oil. The other use of potassium hydroxide is used in the preparation of the sauce. Here, talking about many potassium salts, they are generally prepared by the neutralization reactions involving the potassium hydroxide. Let's see the uses of the calcium hydroxide. Uh, the following are just some of them. The first one is used in the treatment of the acid soils. Yeah, the calcium hydroxide is cheap alkali, which it can be used in large quantities to treat the acid soils, specifically for those who want to grow various crops. There are some areas that can have very acidic soil. So this calcium hydroxide is used just to to treat these acid soils, just to neutralize the acid soils. The alkali neutralizes the excessive soil acidity, just like any alkali reacts with an acid to form salt and water. So that's how we used this calcium hydroxide. The other use is used in softening of the hard water. Calcium hydroxide, we've discussed the previously. I think that is chapter 3. The hard water. We discussed the various these ways how you can soften that water. So calcium hydroxide in precisely calculated quantities is used in the softening of temporary hard water, as we discussed below. Before, as you can see in the reaction of the calcium hydroxide plus the calcium hydrogen carbonate leads to calcium carbonate, which are the solid particles generated from the reaction and the soft water. Hope that's clear. Moving on, the other use used in preparation of the mortar and the whitewash. The mortar is prepared by the mixing 1 part of the slacked lime to 3 parts of the sand into a paste with water. Slacked lime mixed with the sand and water is used in sticky bricks together. So that's slacked lime with the sand water is used with. Uh, for whitewash is a thick suspension of slacked lime in water, and that's how it is. And it is smeared on the walls of the buildings just to have this kind of to give them a smooth protective finish. So all these are prepared by the calcium hydroxide. The other use manufacture of the bleaching powder. Uh, The bleaching powder is manufactured by passing the chlorine gas over moist calcium hydroxide, as discussed previously in the other chapter. I mean this chapter discussed the bleaching process. So that's the other use of the calcium hydroxide. Other one is manufacture of the paper. First, a suspension of calcium hydroxide in water. Milk of lime is treated with sulfur dioxide gas to form the calcium hydrogen sulfide. As you can see the reaction. Now, then a solution of calcium hydrogen sulfide is used to remove the rigid, linen from wood, leaving the cellulose, which is used in the paper manufacture. So that's how it used. Now, the action of removing the lignin, uh, I hope I'm pronouncing the word, from wood is what we call the bleaching of the pulp. So that's how manufacture of paper gets to be. Uh, Moving on, the other use of calcium hydroxide manufacture of the paints. Calcium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of the undercoat paints, which are applied as the first coat on the plasters or on wood before they applying the final was paint. So the calcium hydroxide are used in that manufacturing. The other one is that extraction of the metals. Here, talking that calcium hydroxide is used in the extraction of the aluminum from bauxite ore. So that's how it is used in the extraction of the metal, and also liberation of the ammonia. Calcium hydroxide is used in the several process to produce the ammonia from the ammonium chloride. Other use, calcium hydroxide is a very important reagent in the qualitative and the quantitative analysis, just as the sodium hydroxide. It is used to determine the concentration of the acids in the volumetric analysis and the detection of ions present in unknown solutions in the qualitative analysis. Let's see the uses of the magnesium hydroxide. With the other hydroxide, which is uses magnesium hydroxide, is used as the antacid to neutralize the stomach acids and as laxative. So that's the first use. It is sold for medical use as the chewable tablets, capsules, and as liquids, having various added flavors. So it is primarily used to alleviate this constipation, but also relieve the indigestion and heartburn. The second use of the magnesium hydroxide is the one that is also used as the antiperspirant and as armpit deodorant. So that's the other use. The third one that make of the magnesia. Here talking about the suspension of the magnesium hydroxide in water is also applied and massaged into the scalp a few minutes before washing to relieve the symptoms of the cerebral and the dandruff. So an additional use is for the treatment of the acne and the oily skin by applying the topically, allowing to dry and then washing it off the face or other body part. So that's it is also said to be used for the seborrheic dermatitis, which is the drying and breaking of the skin similar to the dandruff, but often occurring in the face. So that's the other, use of the magnesium hydroxide as in medical terms. The other use, magnesium hydroxide powder, is used industrially as a non-hazardous alkali to neutralize acidic waste waters. So it used to neutralize the acidic waste waters. And the other one that solid magnesium hydroxide is used as fire and smoke retardant. So that's all I have for this session. I hope that's clear. We've discussed the plenty of various uses of the metal hydroxide. We've seen some of the metal hydroxides with their various uses in briefly. I hope that's all clear, and thank you.